the card's insane. I don't know
No,
if
it's
we're going to
very
be
good.
able to find one that truly replaces it because it just does everything. What's up, Response on Players? We're back. We've got another episode for you here today. Now, just in case you didn't know, when Godzilla Reign of Kaiju comes out, all the cards from, what is it? Is it Jetburn? Jetburn back are going to rotate out. Is that right, Andrew?
Yep, Jetburn, specifically Jetburn, Undaunted Raid, and League of Villains.
Okay.
So
So there's a lot of cards from these sets that you may have seen in deck lists or that you may be playing in some of yours. So if they're going to rotate out, you're going to need to know about it. And so that's kind of what we're here to do today. We've got a list of 5 cards each that are some pretty relevant cards that are not going to be able to be played anymore. So you may want to start looking for some replacements. You got those in your decks. We're going to start off. We both have an honorable mention. These ones may not be the most meta relevant, but these are just ones that we personally like and are kind of sad to see go. Andrew, what's your first honorable mention?
my honorable mention is actually something I haven't played, but realized that I would probably like playing it way too late. It's Tamaki Yamajiki
Okay.
from Undaunted Raid.
Yeah.
So we're starting with a character. The
Yeah, I
words
love
on
that guy.
this, yeah, the words on this character, I never really, at first when the set dropped, I just thought whatever. He's a seven-hander. I like playing seven-handers,
Hmm.
but I didn't really give him much thought until I don't know, maybe early last year, mid
Yeah.
last year, somewhere around there. And I was like, I don't know if I want to play him, but these words are cool. And then just as we got closer to the end of 2025, I was like, man, this character is actually kind of cool, and I can't believe I haven't built him yet.
Yeah.
He gives stats, he adds momentum. He can pick what he wants to put in momentum. He can reuse his momentum buttons. Like, the character is very cool and not exactly easy to pilot, which I like to think. I'm pretty dumb, but I like to think. But
Every once in a
I,
while.
I like the character. Character's
Yeah,
fun.
that's fair. He's always been cool. He is one of the characters that I really like from Undaunted Raid. I played him in a couple different events. I played him online in an online tournament, and then also played him at the last chance point event in Vegas, and
Yeah.
actually went 3-0 with him. And so super fun. I love that character a lot. So that makes a lot of sense. For me, it's my honorable mention is just going to be Ultimate Combination. So ever since this card's come out, I love this card. I think it's the coolest card that has never fit inside of a deck. And then
Yes.
now that we have Benimaru, there's a perfect spot for him.
Yeah.
Except it's going to be legal for 1 month and then it's going to rotate
Yeah.
out. So that's a little
Yeah.
unfortunate. And that's why I'm really sad to see that one go, because we probably have the best character to ever use that card now, and he just doesn't get to play it.
Which is funny because the one that's on the card, All for One, which I like that character too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, he
it's
uses
funny
it
that
fine. He's just like,
it's
fine.
his UR, but it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, well, it's fine.
So sad to see that one go, but we're going to go ahead and get into the main list. Now, these aren't in any particular order. These are just 5 cards that we chose, ones that we've played with and used, and they're going to go away, and you're going to feel it for sure. Let's start off with, I guess I'll go ahead and first. I'm going to start off with Master's Pride. This is one of the last zero diffs that have actual words on it. I think the only one besides that is Botan's Coaching. So
Botan's Coaching.
we're either not playing zero diffs anymore, or if we are, they're going to be worthless.
Yeah, you have right now, you have Syndicate Target, number 10 Pro Hero, which that's another one that's rotating.
Mhm.
But both those, well, Syndicate Target isn't blank, but it's blank by definition.
Yeah.
Number 10 Pro Hero is blank, but it's a 6
Mhm.
check. Both are 6 checks. Those are really good. But after rotation, we're only gonna have Syndicate Target between the two of those.
Yeah, that one, and then Botan's Coaching. But the other ones are it's a 4 check and it's +1 damage, or they're actually blank. I guess there's the Jin's Parry, which is good in some sense, but
it's got some niche cases.
yeah,
for sure.
we're losing. There's a couple others that are going to get rotated out, what is it, Keeping Airy Safe? But this is the one that I'm going to miss the most.
Yeah, Keeping Area Safe isn't is like a safe pick, I think, but it's just Stun Hate. I mean, Stun Hate's fine. You want that.
For sure. What about you? What's your number 5?
And number 5 is Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken.
Okay. Yeah.
That attack, also just keeping theme with Undaunted Raid and Amajiki, funny enough. But unlike Amajiki, I've played this card a handful of times, and this card is just gas.
You'd be crazy not to. I think,
on all of these symbols, you're playing 4 of it. I mean, you can play 3 of it if you only have 3, but it's a 4 of it. Answers 2 key problem pieces on the board. You can answer an asset if they have a relevant asset, or just commit and freeze a foundation on your rival's board, and they don't even get to have it for their turn. So you answer it for your turn, you answer it for your rival's turn, and it's a 4i6. It's so good.
Yeah, and I mean, and on top of all that, it's got the if it does hit, it goes to momentum face up, and it can give your other attacks +2 speed at least once per turn. So yeah, it's just like the card does everything. I don't think there is
Yeah.
a single deck that's been built on these three symbols that did not play at least 2 copies of it, unless
Yeah.
I don't know, they hated good value. I don't know, but the card's insane. I don't know
No,
if
it's
we're gonna
very
be
good.
able to find one that truly replaces it because it just does everything.
We'll have to wait and see.
All right, number 4 for me, I think is the most played action in the format, I would say. It's going to be Barrier Shield.
Okay, that's a
Like,
very good pick.
yeah, like that card
That's
is
a very good pick.
everywhere. Even so, like used to be, it was a void staple, and then as people kind of branched out a little bit more and started putting more actions in their deck, you started seeing it on fire in like the Hanj decks and stuff like that. Like there's just like if you can play this card, I mean, even Porco ran this card, like hard aggro
Yeah.
ran this card because it's just that good at stopping and saving your life. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be hard to fill that void because the card is crazy.
It is very good. I mean, the big thing that people play it for is, hey, your speed is super blockable, and my next block gets breaker 2. That
Oh
is
yeah.
the key thing about the card.
Mhm.
But also, there's been some edge cases where you play it for the enhance to make it to where your rival can't add cards to their hand, and
Yeah.
that can matter.
Yeah,
because
I've
there's
won
a
game.
good amount of draw in the game.
Absolutely.
So
I won games off that. I actually won a game against you. I think we were playing, I think it was in my Ryu deck, and I was trying to kill you. I
yeah.
tapped your board down, and you had one piece of draw and no cards in hand. And I was like, well, I guess I'll play this Barrier Shield as an enhance, and hopefully it wins me the game. And
which
it
felt
did.
illegal because no one does that.
I know. I slammed it down on my turn and was like, it's not getting set to 0.
Yeah,
We're doing the other one.
we're doing the other one. Nah, that's fair. Like that enhance had its niche case. So
Mhm.
yeah, Barry Shield's a good pick.
Oh yeah, Barrier Shield's super staple. What about you?
Mine. I'm actually gonna keep theme with you. Mine's also an action.
Okay.
Mine's gonna be Showdown.
Showdown. Showdown's
This
good.
card also keeping theme with high blocks.
Yeah.
Barrier Shield was a high block, so is Showdown.
Mhm.
Showdown's a worse block, but Showdown also just gets to you as the player with Showdown go, hey, those 2 cards, I hate those 2 cards. Tap them down. And paired well with Barrier Shield.
It sure
Hey, your
did.
speed's super blockable. A block on a 3, breaker 2, commit 2, your turn's now done.
Yeah.
Uh
Showdown was very
and
good.
it also had an action cancel on it, which
Yeah.
has gotten relevant. At the time, it wasn't too relevant because I don't think anyone was really running actions.
Mhm.
But here lately, everyone's playing actions. They're great.
Yeah.
So Showdown, I think, is going to be a big hit. Personally,
Yeah.
card's very good.
For sure. No, I totally agree. Next up for me, I am going to go ahead and move on to my an attack that I've chosen here. I'm going to choose Rejuvenating Smash. That card, I mean, that card has seen a lot of play ever since it came out, mainly on the Void symbol. Obviously, it's been seen in life as well, but it's just so versatile. Like, that's the main thing about a lot of these cards that we've chosen is they're very versatile. So on your turn, you can attack with it, and it gives you more gas for your attack, and it heals you up some on defense. You can Barrier Shield and then block with it, and then you get to heal 2, draw more blocks. Like, it's just extremely versatile. It steals the momentum if you can find a way to discard with it, mainly paired with like Botan's coaching lately to do something like that. And it's got EX on it, and it's a 6 damage move. So like if you can pump any damage, EX it, like it kind of does it all. It's a big thing. It's just it does so much.
I was gonna say there are times where people just slam down a rejuve, EX it, give it damage. It's like, yeah, this kills you, bro.
Absolutely. Yep. Or they're just like, this is the only attack in my hand. I'll go Foundation Rejuve. Oh, I drew 2 cards. They were 2 attacks. I'm gonna actually attack now. So there's some crazy stuff that this card's done, and I think it's very, very strong. Definitely gonna be looking for something to fill that slot in these decks.
That's not gonna be easy.
No.
That's not gonna be easy. That's such a
No,
good
sir.
card. Mine is actually going to be Hacker Extraordinaire.
Okay.
This card, I will admit, when it came out, I was like, bro, this card is mid.
Same.
Because at the time, assets were too big a deal. I think
Not
we
really.
had Airy and we had Twisty Surroundings kind of mattered, but
Kind of.
so like there wasn't a whole lot of like edge case for it for like asset answers. I also just glossed over the fact that it can draw you a card regardless if they have an asset or not. And it can also just give you a momentum if you decide to take a the 5 damage plus move to the face.
Yeah.
It's also a reprint of a Cowboy Bebop card,
Mm-hmm.
which Jake is still on the hunt for those. I don't know if it'll really be relevant anymore since it's rotating,
Put him in his
but
Hero 2 deck.
it's true. Like this card was good.
Yeah,
And I kind of want
absolutely.
to. I'm just point and laugh at my old self. It's like, you dummy, this card's good.
Yeah, I think more now than ever, it's been more relevant, especially a little bit ago when equipment or heist was still legal. It was extremely relevant, being able to flip the mutant machines and things like that. Now there's still some good actions that are being played, especially with the new Team Hero asset that came out is very, very strong.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely still some spaces for it, and it's gonna be missed. We're gonna miss that selective asset destruction, or well, in this case,
I
it would
agree.
flip.
Which is basically just, hey, get rid of it forever.
Pretty much. All right, next up for me, I've got another action that's been seeing a lot more play now than it did when it first came out. This one's going to be Runaway.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if I'd say spicy one, but that's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple things. I think when Godzilla came out, this card started seeing a lot more play. Godzilla and Devil Jin. When this card came out, when both of those came out and started becoming relevant, this card started seeing a lot more play because they're just slamming so much damage on their attacks and being able to say no and also stuff your card pool very strong. And then even more recently, the Krista decks are running this at like 4x because they just get to, use it, stack it on top of the deck, draw it, use it again. It's been seeing a lot of play recently, and as attacks just keep getting more and more powerful and it just keeps getting easier and easier to slam damage on things, I think it's just going to become even more relevant, but unfortunately, going to be going away.
Yep. Part of me kind of wishes that they would just reprint this somehow. We have Power of the Monsters coming out in Reign of Kaiju. That's basically just Heroes Upbringing, just updated. I feel like it would be okay if we did something similar for Runaway. This card is also a very funny answer into Deku 6, who just says, I'm just going to wall you until I get my Phantom Threat. They play Phantom Threat. You just go, that's cool, bro. Didn't ask. I'll just take 5, not 40. I'll lose 5, not 40. Stuff your card pool. My turn.
I don't know if I want to see it reprinted as much as I can say that it's a very good card. I don't like playing against it. Having to play around it and be like, yeah, and it's like, I don't want it reprinted. I want this thing out of here. I'm just letting you guys know it's going to be gone.
Yeah, it's going to be gone. But I personally am like, maybe this kind of card should stick around.
Yeah, we've seen some interesting actions. I definitely do feel like we need some kind of, Runaway, Barrier Shield, Showdown. A lot of the big defensive actions are kind of going away. So I'm interested to see what we get to replace those.
For my card coming up, Incredible Display.
That is a good one.
This one, speaking of all these cool actions, Incredible Display is, if it's a response, Incredible Display just says, no, don't.
Yeah.
I understand that you wanted to run away my attack. No. Lose the health for no reason, dummy.
And then still take the damage. Yeah. No, Incredible Display is crazy.
And you also get to block with the foundation and then pick it back up with Incredible Display if they don't have any relevant responses that you want to cancel, or if you don't have the momentum, or whatever. I think both modes on this card are very good.
Yeah, Amajiki and Ryukyu saw a ton of play, 2, 3, 4x of this in those decks when it first came out, and then it kind of saw a little bit less play in the middle, and it started to see more play more recently. So it's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster of a card, but I think it's been good all the time.
I agree. This card's got a gas. I also remember when these were like 20, 30 a pop, and it's like, a foundation can be worth that much? That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, last one for me. I've got a good one. 2/6, 3 high block. It's Pass Through Walls. This card.
Pass Through Walls.
This card was another one that I personally slept on. And then in the last year, I've just like any deck that can run it should be running probably at least 2 of them, especially again with the rise of equipment heist and assets became very, very strong to be able to cancel those. And then if you're in a string deck, being able to cancel Breaker is very strong. So it's got a lot of applications. Like I said, now that equipment heist is gone, a little bit less so, but I still think it's a very valuable card and one that I think should be reprinted. I think we should have this type of effect because I think it's very useful without being overbearing.
I agree. It answers Breaker, answers an asset, which were pretty big before the emergency banner errata, where it hit heist, which basically hit Devil Jin pretty hard. And that was like the key thing to play Pass Through Walls for, was to just answer a 3M. And also, just if your opponent is trying to be defensive and breakers you can just say, nah, try again. But you might die now.
Yeah, and a very strong card. I would like to see this one get reprinted.
Agreed. I wouldn't be offended. Now, I started with a character. My next one's going to be another character.
Hit me with it.
This character was a boogeyman about around the time as Jetburn was coming out, and has risen to be, I would definitely say, my favorite character of Universes. It's Overhaul.
Oh, okay.
Overhaul is so freaking sick, dude. Like, he's got all these cool words. He can just put a card down in his stage for later. He can play face down cards from his stage. It ignores progressive once per turn. And after the block step of your attack, he can just flip a foundation to add 2 and then gain 1 if it hits. So you can just say, "Hey, are you blocking it? You are? All right, I'm not doing the response. Oh, you're eating it? You're eating 2 more." And just the mind games, the things you can do with this character just by building in your cool cards from your hand. It also does enable 3M strategy because he can just build down 3M face down from his hand and go, "Hey, I can play my next card ignoring progressive. Here's 3M," or has some sort of card, like, because I think there's a couple on life that just unflips a card.
Well,
So
yeah,
you
I
just
think the
put it
main
down,
way is
unflip it.
we're building in maximum overhaul. Just builds a card from your
And
hand.
that
Yeah, so
also,
you just build it straight
another
down.
an honorable mention again, because I
An
love that
overhaul
attack too.
specific honorable mention.
Yeah, yes, like that attack, if you play overhaul, you also play maximum overhaul. That attack for overhaul is sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Overall in general is sick. I am so sad that I won't be able to play him in standard. I can play him for hero 2,
Yeah,
which I might.
absolutely.
I love this character, and like I said, he is my favorite character in Universes. This guy is so cool.
No, that totally makes sense. Yeah, I think he definitely fits on this list. He's a character that was Boogeyman when he came out and is starting to become relevant again now. So I think, yeah, that definitely makes perfect sense. With that, though, that's going to go ahead and wrap up our list. If there is a card that we missed that you're going to be sad is rotating, or that you think is maybe better than the cards that we put on this list, definitely let us know down in the comments. And we're going to be doing some unboxings and things like that when Reign of Kaiju comes out, as well as interviews for Worlds. So make sure to keep an eye on the channel there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.